Here we go. Welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button. Tell a friend. Here we have another crazy story. Lord Durk, he might be the new AR-AB. Imagine that. Imagine Lord Durk be the new AR-AB.
It's a year long, right? I don't have really no interviews in that year. You dig what I'm saying? I didn't do no interviews in that year. All the interviews was done when I first came home from prison, and I wasn't doing nothing when I first came home from prison.
That's that little Durk right now. It was the last interview that he did that the feds said, you know what? He's confessing. Imagine that. Imagine doing interviews and confessing. Don't forget, these criminals, you can't be you can't be respected if you don't tell on yourself. I have no idea why it's like that. I really don't. But it's like that for some strange reason.
I did most of my interviews did. You dig what I'm saying?
Right. And I know at a point in time,
I wasn't doing nothing.
And you was rapping too. Yeah, when you was rapping, you was doing interviews. When you was strictly rapping, music.
Exactly. When I'm on rap mode, I'm doing interviews and I ain't doing nothing else.
That's what I'm saying. AR-AB is very similar to Lord Durk. Don't forget, AR-AB's a rapper. Lord Durk's a rapper too. And they both in the federal system right now. Very similar. If you don't believe me.
King Von. Yeah. And it is one of my ways. And
so you have King Von, you have Lord Durk. Right? So Lord Durk right now, they said one of the reasons why he might be in the feds, it might be because of King Von. I don't know for certain. But as I said, him and AR-AB have very, they're living a very similar life right now. They both locked up in the feds.
Now, and I realized, I remember watching your first Breakfast Club interview with King Von, me not knowing who he was or what he was going to become. And I'm like, man, Durk, we want to hear what you got to say. Like, you got this dude with you, like, you know what I mean? But you made it it was a thing for you to put him on that platform, to have him right beside.
So is it the truth? Is it the truth that Lil Durk was brought down because of King Von? Don't forget, King Von, he's a notorious individual from Chicago. He was a young fellow also. Young and notorious at the same time.
You know what I mean? Why do that then? Because I feel like it was a moment where you were kind of building to a height that maybe you never reached before. And you were like, rather than, the casual people, like, we want to see you, but you're like, nah, you want to see me and my mans. What was that for?
Man, it was one of the closest motherfuckers to me told me, start rapping. Yeah.
Start rapping. A lot of people say, you know what? If I don't know. I don't know for certain. Only thing I do know for certain is King Von, he wasn't rapping about summertime like Will Smith, or he wasn't rapping like Nas. I know I can be what I want to be. If I rock, he was rapping about violence. Don't forget, if you hang around someone who's violent, there's a chance that it could rub off on you.
Fang some artists. So that made me kind of go hard, you know what I'm saying? But when I see Von, I always been Von. Like, if Von was going to be a rapper, a basketball player, a football player, Von was always going to be Von. Like a good-hearted motherfucker. So he like, man, when I go on Breakfast Club.
So everybody's saying, you know what, Lil Durk should have left Von where he was. Should have left him in the projects, because Von's going to be Von. But no, Lil Durk, he decided to bring him in the room. So basically, Lil Durk just basically decided to ruin his life with him. Imagine that. So you know what? He's from the trenches. He beat a few bodies. I'm going to be respected because you know who I'm around, who I'm hanging around. I'm hanging around Von. Unbelievable.
I'm from the man, woo. So when I finally put him on the Breakfast Club, he was trying to act like he didn't know what was going on. Yeah, but he a good-hearted, like, he one of the ones.
I've said this, which I don't think is controversial now, but you know,
Separation. That's what's going on right now. Separation. If you don't know about separation, Lil Durk basically, just like Rap, they went out of their way to be separated from everybody. Don't forget Rap, his wife left him. His wife left him. Well, Lil Durk, I mean, let's not get into that. But only thing I do know for certain, Lil Durk doesn't have the luxury right now of hanging around with his wife, even if he wanted to. Not just Lil Durk, a whole lot of these gangsters, a whole lot of these individuals who pretend to be gangsters, who even want to be gangsters. Imagine that. Where does a gangster really come from? I know where it comes from. It comes from a movie character on a TV show. Imagine that. These individuals, imagine that. I mean, I wonder why they didn't want to be Barney Rubble or Fred Flintstone. Why they want to be gangsters, I don't know. But these people want to be things. They want to be like individuals who they saw on TV. Not like Barney Rubble, not like Fred Flintstone, like Scarface.
at the time when, you know, I said it when he was alive, I think some people, because they sometimes attribute this type of attribute to super lyrical people, I said King Von is one of the greatest storytellers he is of that's ever been in rap, because he's told us these stories that people are still.
I don't know about that. Don't forget about Slick Rick. Imagine that. These academics forgot about Slick Rick. I'm just talking, that's it. But Lil Durk said, yeah, he is. King Von, he was a man. He was known for hurting people. He was known for doing violence. He was known for doing crimes. I mean, but King Von didn't have a family. Lil Durk had a family. Imagine that. Imagine wanting to be like somebody who doesn't have a family. I mean, I don't know. Let me not say it. King Von had a family. I was talking, that's it. Imagine that. Talking nonsense.
Trying to figure out, is this real? This ain't real. He brought us on a journey that.
See, with Von, you know what's so crazy? Because Von, I had a studio in my house. I used to live in Atlanta. And Von, like, man, I'm finna do this. I'm finna do this, go get some money. I'm finna do this. He like, bro, I wanna rap. So he like, man, start rapping. He showed me like 5 songs. He like, man, this shit weak. He said all this shit weak.
So this video is about separation. Separation, as you can see, Lil Durk, he's in the feds right now. That said like ARAB, just like ARAB. But why is Lil Durk reading the feds? He should be with his family, but no. Let's get back to the story. A lot of these gang members, all they want to do is commit crimes and separate themselves from their families, their loved ones. Forcing their loved ones sometimes to go be around somebody else. Imagine that. I said Rap said his wife left him. I mean, should a wife stay around a convicted felon? I don't know. Will Lil Durk become a convicted felon and do 40 plus years like Rap? I don't know, but maybe.
You dig what I'm saying? What they lied me up for was that interviews, they brought that shit back from old shit. You dig? I wasn't doing that.
Right. So
Don't get it misconstrued. It got nothing to do with the interviews. They brought some interviews up from 2015. You dig what I'm saying? 2014. That's the interviews they brought to my trial.
So it's fair to say every interview that Lil Durk have ever done, when he tried to brag, when he brought that $1 million cash, the feds are gonna say, you know what? Let's look into that right there. What's that all about? We see he has liquid cash. He has liquid money. You know, he could do things with that liquid cash. Unbelievable.
So basically what I want you to clarify too is, without Bull bringing you in the mix and testifying against you, would you be home right now? Without him?
I'll be home. Without him, I'll be home. And without that'll be this shit making them statements against me. I'll be home.
So that's what's going on right now. Lil Durk, he's placed in a position where, will someone tell on him or not? They say if they don't, he'll be home. Imagine that. But here's the worst part about it. Lil Durk, he's a superstar. He's a rapper. I mean, he's not as famous as ARAB, but he's a rapper. I mean, let me not say that. He's more famous than ARAB. What am I saying? I mean, Arab is not as famous as Lil Durk. Lil Durk, Arab, they say he was making that illegal money, block boy money. But Lil Durk, he was making that legal money, tax-paying citizen money. So it's a little similar, but a little different. But here's what's going on right now. Not just Arab, not just Lil Durk. These individuals, sometimes they don't value their families like that for whatever reason. They more value their friends. Imagine that. Imagine valuing your friends more than your own family, knowing at the end of the day, your friends are the ones who know your secrets, and your friends, 9 times out of 10, are the ones who could bring you down. Imagine that. Arab said that's what happened to him. Unbelievable if you think about it.
And I told him, man, it's my favorite song right here.
What's up?
It's crazy. Crazy story. Really? Crazy story started. Crazy. We was on tour.
Crazy story. It's a crazy story for everybody. Definitely a crazy story for Lil Durk. He decided to associate himself with a known person who unalived somebody and thought that was cool.
We was on tour too. Put him on tour. I started bringing him out. Then Vaughn became like, if Vaughn was alive right now, he'd be like the biggest motherfucker right now.
Really?
For sure.
They said if King Von was around right now, he'd be locked up just like how Lil Durk is locked up right now. Most likely they'd be in different jail cells though, imagine that. But either way, Arab and Lil Durk, they're both locked up in the feds. There's a good chance they're going to see each other soon. Very similar thing, conspiracy. Imagine that. Lil Durk be rapping about conspiracy, and Arab saying, you know what, conspiracy. That's what I'm saying. These individuals have a lot in common. But the point of this video right here is that it's so easy to throw it all away. It really is. For no reason at all. Arab didn't want to get a job. Lil Durk wanted to prove himself as a tough guy, not realizing a tough guy is someone who basically could go home whenever they want and go outside whenever they want. Imagine that. Imagine thinking you're a tough guy, but you don't have the luxury of going outside whenever you want and come home whenever you want. You basically saying, you know what, let's listen to it.
They lied on me. Both of them lied on me. That's the reason why I'm in prison, man. I never had a witness that say I sold them some narcotics or had narcotics in my possession. The only witness I had was that, and that was a minuscule amount, like a couple grams.
Arab said, you know what? Imagine that. Arab said, you know what? Whatever. It was just these individuals, they say, you know what? I had it, but it was so small, I didn't really have it. Does that make sense? Yeah, in their minds. That's why they usually go to jail. Unbelievable, delusional individuals. Conspiracy. Lil Arab said someone told on him. They said someone had to tell Lil Durk for him to get as much time as Arab. Imagine that. Don't forget, that's what friends are for.
Ain't nobody.
In the good times, in the bad times, that's what friends are for.
If I got a saying that I had a kilogram or anything near it. It was that lied on me. And it was
This call is from a federal prison.
Arab said, I didn't have that whole kilo. I only had a small amount. Imagine that. These individuals say, you know what? I should get less time for a small amount than a big amount. I mean, they're right. They're right about that. Imagine that.
He lied about violence. He just lied. I seen the statement. He lied about all this violence. And by the grace of Allah, I wasn't charged with
Violence.
Don't forget
Like I
to
said,
and subscribe. Tell a friend. Tell a
Lil
friend.
Durk, he wanted to be around King Von for whatever reason. Because he knew that he was a violent person.
Imagine that. Imagine me just like your friend.
I mean, a lot of these individuals think it's really cool to have shooters around. Imagine that. Imagine having people around you who's willing to throw their lives away.
There's a good possibility.
You think you would just
both
only stayed in that kind of because
serving
that's the interesting. People
long
think
time
certain people they
behind
cap out when it comes to just street
in
shit.
jail
Like, he
behind
makes
bars.
you fuck with street music, but
Oh, he ain't get to his
Now,
time
let me
yet.
start over.
Like he ain't be able
There's a
he
good
ain't
chance
be able
that
to reach
these
his caliber.
both these
See, we know him
individuals
personally. Like he a funny motherfucker,
could be
good heart. He
serving time behind
close
the
off
bars
his
at
back.
the same time. Imagine that.
But
And
he
they
said
were
he'd
out
be
there
one of the
young.
biggest motherfuckers.
They were so carefree.
If he was here, imagine that.
They thought committing
You would have
crimes
thought that
was
Lil
cool.
Durk said, you know what?
Nah.
He's not here anymore.
They thought it was cool to talk about the enemies.
But no, Lil Durk said, you know
Ops,
what?
whatever they want to call
Did he really believe in that
them. Thought it was
get
cool
back
to
gang
run
movement?
around with guns.
Maybe.
Even,
Imagine wanting to get back for
you know what they say.
someone who's no longer around. But I guess that's what friends are for.
Rocket launcher or not.
Imagine that. I'm gonna throw my
Wait,
life
he
away
really
for you.
got all those years in jail.
Imagine that. That's a real good friend. I never thought about it until right now.
We get all
You would
those
see
years
his
in
talent.
jail too.
like you would put him in a movie.
These individuals from Chicago, they had no respect for
I
the
really
law.
fuck with him.
They
So when
had
he
no
passed,
respect for
that's
children.
when all the
They had no
oh shit,
respect
he
for
killed him and
elders.
him and him and him and him.
They had no respect for
You trying to paint a
animals.
picture of you. You trying to paint a
Imagine
picture of him
that.
so everybody
Imagine having no respect for anybody. At least that's what I heard. For example,
Lil Durk be making things up.
every holiday,
King Von said, you know what?
say 4th
You know
of
what King
July,
Von
for
said.
example, or any holiday,
what do
these
you think about
individuals
that?
go
So
on their
this
way
is some documentary that came out, but I think
you know,
people have kind of like floated the
to
ideas,
wreak
and they're saying that
havoc in the city.
Juan was a serial killer,
Imagine that.
and for
Don't
some
forget.
people,
Lil
That's
Durk
why
was
things are a little
like
bit different.
9.
ARAB said, you know what?
They thought,
Even though I got that 43 years or 44 years,
fun.
I could probably get out
They
because,
thought they'd go behind the bars.
you know, my charges are not violent crimes. Lil Durk's situation is different. Poor Lil Durk. I feel sorry for him, I'm not gonna lie to you. I
They
really do.
thought, I don't know what they was thinking.
I really do,
But they're
just
not
for the simple
thinking
fact
anymore, I
that
tell you that. They locked
instead
up
of
right
kicking
now.
back, relaxing on a yacht because he
He's
got
trying
that
to
money,
get free.
he gotta be in jail. He gotta wake
So
up to a
Lil Durk,
cellmate. I mean, does he have a
basically
cellmate? I don't
run on
know.
number
Imagine that. Is he locked in a box by
Meaning,
himself, or does
how
he have
long
another
around the number
fellow
9 gets?
sardines locked up with him? Imagine that.
65 years, I don't know.
These individuals who
It was
locked up
ridiculous
behind the
number, so
bars,
why
they're
that's
just
so low?
sardines. That's it.
It
Unbelievable.
was more
Locked up
than
in that
9 years
can.
old.
That's it.
With no violence. I'm not charged with no violence.
His name
But both of them lied about violence.
Yes, but
To accept this call, press 5. To block this, you may begin speaking now.
no.
All these individuals who do right now is make phone calls from behind the bars.
I know to be a bad
The
guy.
phone's their best friend.
I know to be a
Imagine
tough
that.
guy.
Imagine the phone becoming your
Not only
best
do you know how
friend.
to do is be
If you
told.
can't use that phone, you get angry.
say
I
Lil
can't
Durk,
use
he
that
locked
phone.
up
I'm
right now.
angry now. I'm
He's a
angry
good
now.
boy. Imagine,
Yo, bro.
Hey,
imagine you
be
in
right
prison.
back. Day 4.
What's gonna happen over time? They're gonna
Let me
take
get started with this, man.
especially just being a good boy.
I remember I was sitting with Reg one time on the porch, man. And he was like, yo, he was telling me things like, yo, Ed, you gotta chill because this is what they do. This is what's gonna happen. Everything that Reg said happened. You think
So this is what's gonna happen right here. This is what I'm trying to figure out. Why Lil Durk can't get out.
You know what that means, right?
Don't forget, he's there for violence. And ARAB is gonna break down why Lil Durk is gonna have a very difficult time getting out.
I need some-
Don't
I
forget,
need
these
some money to pay
individuals
for
on the
that.
streets, they're down and out.
You know, these
All they want is free money. Imagine that. They're telling their mothers in a second.
What they gonna get up and
Imagine
do?
telling your own mother.
What they gonna get up
Unbelievable.
and do?
they're looking at it to say,
And get
well,
up and plot. That's
man,
it.
this guy is maybe the most
Figure out clever ways
gangster
to hide
rapper we've
things.
ever
That's
seen
it.
because he
So Lil
actually
Durk,
may have done
he's in the
everything he
trenches.
said. And then some
But he
people
said
say,
that's where he feel the safest.
whoa, is this
So feel the
is
safe.
this
Lil Durk,
supposed
he
to be how
feels
rap
so
is?
safe right now.
Yeah.
What's your response to it? I mean,
So what documentary was just
So
on?
safe.
I mean, just the overall sentiment. Do you think he's
Honestly, I can't believe him. I ain't
You
watched
know what
that.
that is? I'm not
I know
even
it's
talking
cap.
about what that is right there.
But
So that's what's going on with Lil Durk right now.
Cap.
There's a chance he might get those.
A cap is just like a hat. What's the difference?
Imagine that. Imagine running number
Unbelievable.
9, so you know what? I thought my situation was bad.
knock
But
your ass
at
out.
least I have an exit date. Lil Durk, he's all
Well
screwed up.
respected. I ain't even lie. He made
He's
me
a
like
force of the streets.
really sit back and be like,
force of the streets.
Vaughn, well respected. Why would Vaughn be well respected? What did Vaughn do?
I've
know what
never
he
met
did. He knew how to
anyone from
pull
the
a trigger.
streets yet
Notorious trigger puller, King Vaughn.
who never been
They
through
say he was feared. Even my little
the
Durk.
streets. Being on the street, what comes
damn, let me do this for my kids.
what comes along with
Tripping.
being on the streets is
Damn, let me do
crazy.
this for my block. Yeah.
The streets
I
is
just
the
sit
worst
back
place
like,
out there
my
in the
block.
world.
Like, and it
There's
don't
no
even be no
rules,
necessarily
there's no
bad shit.
regulations. Anything
Little
goes.
boy probably just want some pants.
And all thing goes.
But I'm moving so fast that
Imagine
I'm not
being
even
from
looking
the
at it like
streets
that.
and you expect
Vaughn
to
stopping
survive
their
and live a
knowledge.
good life. No, that's not
bro.
possible.
Mirrors.
I've never seen it happen.
Imagine that.
Tragedies come
These
along
individuals
from
giving away designer jeans.
good
Living that fast life.
and bad.
Don't forget,
Bad though. Imagine.
these individuals, all they want to do is be cool. That's it.
So that's what's
But
going on.
Arab saying, you know
He's
what?
realizing
You
and
can't trust none of these
realizing
individuals out here. Because they're all federal informants. Imagine that. You can't
They
trust
thought
nobody.
individuals before them who went to jail, they
Oh,
went to jail because
You know what I'm saying? He told me how they'll lie on you, how the feds would lie on
they
you.
win now. They said, oh man.
Red told me all that shit, man. And that just happened to me with Red down at FEDS. We just Philly. Had a good conversation with Red. He ready to come home too. He should be home soon too. Shout out Red's free Red. And I was up my last spot and this spot I was with Prince.
That's what I was going to ask you. Gerald Prince Miller.
Never heard him idolize it.
Yeah, that's my man.
That's crazy.
I don't know.
Gerald Prince Miller
Idolize on
from the Supreme team. Supreme is still locked up.
garbage,
Prince is free now, though.
male.
I think he did about 30-something years. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
They just want
These criminals, they can't keep up with the time they do behind the bars. Because there's so many of them. Unbelievable. They said Lil Durk, he might be brand new. 30 years. Say, oh, I forgot about that guy right there. What? What about Lil Durk? I forgot about you. I forgot about that guy right there.
Mirrors
That's
on
what's
block.
going on right now. Lil
That's
Durk,
$1 million.
Bravado, and them.
It's $1 million.
So I had to
They
sit back
came
and
a
look.
long way from youngins.
He gave the whole blockchain.
Men now.
Get the whole
They're
block.
not too, I mean, you're
$100,
old.
$200, how much, whatever it was. He
Give me
signed this
30s.
block.
Anything over the age of 30, I
Sit
see.
back
old.
like, damn,
I
like-
mean, I'm just talking. I could be wrong.
That's what I'm saying. Lil Durk was trying to be like King Von.
Bond. Being old, I
Like
don't
King
know.
Von, he was a bad guy. Imagine that. You bad guy. You bad
I
guy.
was listening to
But that nigga really the voice. Shit, you ask me.
Blood Money.
Like, he
Check it
teaching
out.
me shit.
He's from the streets.
I remember
He
that
said,
video
you know
where
what,
he
you're
brought
old,
like
you're
100,000 and
old.
bust it down.
Once you get to
Like, you know,
between
bust
those,
that, he bust that shit down for
in
real.
Chicago,
Bust it down, bust it
living
down.
that life in the streets.
That wasn't just like
So
no
Lil
look type
Durk,
shit.
he old right now. Ronald number 90.
He
old
busted
right
down.
now.
He busted
Old
down
and
for
young
real.
at the same time.
They said that's the money that King Von paid
Unbelievable.
to give those individuals to do whatever
Who's next?
FBG duck. Imagine that. If I'm wrong,
I mean, let me not
if
say
I'm
like
wrong,
that.
why is Muwap locked up right now?
Well,
He trying to
who's
get out.
next?
Muwap trying to get out.
Somebody, if they don't learn.
Like, he did everything for the block.
Ronald number 9.
I think some fans.
Muwap still trying to get out.
I think
Right now.
He's no longer the
influence
person
on
he once
you
was.
in
Obviously, Lil Durk's gonna have to change his ways.
maybe just
His
attitude,
situation
or
a
maybe
little
just
different. They
like
say he
even
might, if he gets charged
kinda
for whatever, he
getting,
might not
like-
have an exit date. Imagine not
like
having
I
an
feel like
exit date.
Northern
I'm
Dirt
just
just
talking,
went
that's it.
all the way up, especially after.
That's what I'm saying. King Von, he made Lil Durk violent. They said King Von had a demon in him.
You
Imagine
can do
that.
as much as you want, but
Imagine having a demon in him. I mean, he
along.
said it. He was always on demon time. Imagine being on
Lil Durk
demon
don't wanna
time.
do that. He's trying to
Yeah,
get it
raps it
now.
either way.
First, he put up $1 million.
The Fed's gonna have to bring Lil Durk down because somebody will tell him. Somebody will tell him for certain. Don't forget, these individuals, give them a Pepsi.
I think they're gonna turn him down and get
Imagine
him
a Pepsi. It's a sausage sandwich. 2 sausage
They
sandwiches.
said, Lil Durk, do me a favor. Have
Extra mayonnaise.
Don't get up until we tell you to get up.
Some fries.
I
Hot
thought you're a
fries.
tough guy. You're a tough guy. How you a
Little
tough guy?
bit of-
And we tell you when to go to sleep.
I mean, imagine that.
How are these criminals tough guys
Imagine the
if they be
I
told
mean,
to
I
go to
don't
sleep?
know. These individuals definitely talk for that for certain. That's for certain.
When they take a shower.
I'm talking about my man like that.
Oh my God.
I'm not gonna lie, man. He got paperwork on it. All these so-called legends that these people look up to, man, he got paperwork on 90%
Because
of
how you a
them.
tough guy if someone get
I'm talking about, man, they hot, they ready.
That's how I know Lil Durk can't get out. Arab's gonna tell you right now, everybody's
Am
rapping.
I going crazy?
All of them are some mouses. They really are. Mice.
So that's
They
what's
really
going
are
on
all
with
of them.
Durk. He's from the
These
trenches, from the
individuals
streets.
will tell on their mothers. They really will.
All these
They say,
individuals
"Ma,
from the streets.
I
They
saw
really
you
grew
do it.
up
Ma, I
wrong.
really did."
Imagine that. Imagine seeing
He showed me so many people that these people shouts out in their music. He showed me so much of their paperwork.
Imagine living on the inside and see from the streets.
So many
Trying to get
people.
puffed back.
You'll be shocked, man.
I said, how can you try
Bunch
to
of
get puffed
motherfuckers
back?
telling you'll never know, man.
That's crazy.
And you wanna know what else crazy, bro? Listen, I'm gonna tell you one thing about these conspiracies, man. You know the feds only showed you like 5% of the racks.
Conspiracies. That's what I'm saying. Lil Durk.
Go back to bed. Go back to bed.
Arab's talking about the real conspiracy right now.
What? What?
He said the feds only show you 5%. Imagine that.
What?
I mean, Lil Durk. Probably everybody around was working for the feds. I don't know. I'm just talking.
These individuals go all their way.
I mean, but somebody was. That's what Arab is saying.
Not get their way.
I got my discovery, which means the evidence they had against me when they got it, when they showed it to me. I seen his name on a statement, and I seen that's his name on a statement, right? But there was like 15, 20 more statements they had no names on. You know what I'm saying?
So that's what's going on with Lil Durk right now. He's gonna be blown away. You're gonna say, "Wow, man, what? They really got me." He's gonna say, "Ask what? I don't know." Here's the thing right here. Arab's saying, "You know what? It's not a joke. Once the feds come get you, they come get you. Imagine wasting money go get somebody. I mean, it could happen."
So my thoughts is, well, what I do know is, if a person's out there operating outside the law and been doing it for 15, 10 years, 8 years, they ain't come to the feds yet, the feds ain't get them yet, man, especially if they're doing it on a large scale, I stay away from them. You dig what I'm saying?
Crazy.
I stay away from them because it's so...
I mean, here's the thing right here. Is there a possibility that King Von was sent by the feds to watch to get Lil Durk?
Vaughn start kind of like, popping off. It's like you kind of realize that people want it.
It's so crazy because Vaughn used to come to the studio and be like, "Hey, finish this for me." I'll help him out, finish it for him. Then that motherfucker just caught.
Crazy story.
He just started rapping, started listening to his shit. You be like, "Damn, alright. Come on, bitch, let's die here." Like that's how he is. He ain't like, what you think? What you think they gonna think? I'm down my shit. Come on, let's die. I'm talking down my head. Go ahead, bitch, die your whole head. Woo, come on.
So the point of this video right here is separation. I said Lil Durk, Arab, they're separate from their families. Not just them. Hold all these individuals that separate for their families. And only when they go behind the bars, they lock behind there, that's when they realize, you know what, wow. I can't believe I did what I did. I wish I could take it back. Don't forget, being separated from your family for 1 year is different from being separated from your family for 2 years. And being separated from your family for 2 years is definitely different separated from your family for 3 years. You know what I mean. But 10 years, 15 years, it's like your family becomes distant strangers. Your mother passed, your brother passed, your uncle passed. You know, everything becomes strange. Don't forget, you become a sardine, locked in a can. I used to always wonder why they say, you know what, I'm locked in a can. Now I understand what it is. These individuals, they're sardines. And they could be eaten alive any day, because being locked up is like, it's not like being in a free society. It's like, it's more concealed, it's smaller. In free society, you could probably drive away miles. But once you're locked in a cage, in a can, it's like you can only go so far. Imagine that. Lil Durk went out of his way to only go so far. No more private jets. That private jet can't fit where he is right now. Imagine that. Unbelievable, these criminals. But either way, these individuals be forcing their significant other to force themselves not to, you know, I mean, to be around. I mean, I don't know. know, but Big U. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out being a real gangster. What does it really mean? Being you gotta go to jail, you can't come out anymore. You gotta be locked in. That's crazy if you think about it. What a life to live.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, that's why I died. I'm like, fuck it, let's do it. We're gonna do it. But you definitely like a solid motherfucker that a motherfucker really messed up. You know what I'm saying?
How did he learn? Again, the storytelling abilities is.
I don't know.
How did he get,
Bro.
How did he break the skill gap in
Feds.
terms of rap?
Was King Von working with the
I
Feds?
can't
I
tell
don't know.
you.
I'm just talking.
I don't know. Cause it come from me, him asking me to help him write a rap, to him giving you a whole motherfucking story. So I'm like, how the fuck you just do that? Like, so that's what made me really just like, this nigga special. Like, real different. Like, I'm like,
Not was he special, but he was violent and he was and he was known to commit crimes. Imagine wanting to be around somebody like that. I mean, I guess it's okay, but could you trust somebody like that? I'm quite certain Lil Durk, when he was around King Von, he didn't really feel that comfortable all the time. He know how he got down. But Arab's gonna tell you how the world gets down and how the Feds get down.
So many people out there that's secretly working for the FBI that you will never know. Their names will never come up on paperwork, and you'll just never know, man.
Yeah, it's dirty game, man. Dirty game. All right, so
I had to say that, yeah.
right. So one thing I want you to touch on is, while we on this note, is since you feel like other rappers, I mean, they got hit with the same thing. Lucci, I think Casanova.
They're using our music, bro. They're using our...
And now Lil Durk. Lil Durk's no different from what happened to Young Thug and YF and Lucci or anybody else. Don't forget, these individuals, they commit crimes and ha. I know how to commit a crime. I know how to do it. Unbelievable.
that's what I'm telling you. Like, if you was here right now, you'd be like the biggest.
Hey, first of all, I know you have a tour you announced. I definitely got to come see your show. I've watched a lot of you performing, like, you know, like on YouTube and shit like that. And when I do watch you perform, I see you always.
Everybody know Lil Durk can't do shows anymore. Imagine that. Imagine that he could do shows. Imagine that. I never thought about that. Imagine Lil Durk doing free concerts. Imagine that. Imagine Lil Durk doing concerts and charging individuals who locked up with him. I never thought about that. He's making money everywhere he goes. That's why he's smirky, yo. Unbelievable.
Always perform and keep Von's legacy alive by performing his songs. Definitely in your set. Do you feel like that's something you got to keep doing to make sure, like, his name and also his legacy ain't never forget it? Or
Man, I ain't never gotta say Von's name again. And you gonna hear his name like that.
You're definitely gonna hear his name. You're definitely gonna hear his name for certain.
That's how powerful his name is. Like, outside of all the bullshit, like, you always gonna hear Von's name. That's what I told you. Von was Von if he didn't rap. Type shit. But I'm always keeping it alive.
yeah, I see you. You know, which we're gonna get much more into the album, but name your album. Oh.
I'm quite certain Lil Durk is probably saying, you know what? Why not just be a rapper? But you know what? He's from the streets of Chicago. For some reason, they believe in an eye for an eye. Imagine that. And a tooth for a tooth. It's an unbelievable city.
Almost healed. You know, I used to have this. If it was one thing I used to criticize about you, I used to say, man, no matter what, and I've covered everything about you. You know what I mean? I said, this dude, he never shows no emotion. Like, I'm like, I know he got to be going through some of the worst times when obvious certain situations arise or whatever, or he's going through things that would make any regular person, any regular human.
Believe it or not, Lil Durk's not going through much at all. He has a long way to go, believe it or not. I think he's about 31 years old right now. Maybe when he's about 71 years old in 40 years, then he's probably gonna say, you know what, I've been going through a lot. But not right now. He's fresh off of private jets. But Arab's gonna tell you what the future holds for him. Unbelievable. He can't imagine that. Those are my friends. Imagine that. Imagine being friends with somebody today, and then say, we're not friends tomorrow. Imagine that. One day, 24-hour difference.
No, just like, we got a First Amendment right. They're using our music against us as a weapon. Using our music against us as a weapon, bro. You got a First Amendment right to say whatever you want. As long as it ain't directly threatening a direct person. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
And actually, something actually happened to that person. Man, you can say whatever you want in your music. They can't use that against us, bro.
No,
Listen, man, they tell us.
Ha, ha, ha. That's what happened with Lil Durk right there. With A-Rap saying, you know what? If Lil Durk was really talking about crimes in his music, he's an idiot. Imagine that. Imagine being an idiot. I'm just talking, that's it. But imagine if he was doing that. That's what the Fed said he was doing. But listen to Lil Durk. Don't forget, he thinks he's the smartest person around. His name is not Lil Durk anymore. His name is Einstein Durk.
Break down, kind of like, yo, say fuck this shit. And we never seen that moment. We never seen that moment where you're like, yo, listen, I'm going through a lot right now. Just give me some time. And I've always said, damn, does he mourn? Obviously, you lost.
Everybody mourn. Everybody show emotions, but I just can't see myself just doing this. Damn, man, this shit crazy, man. This shit is like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I started getting more into my religion, it's just like, talk to my pops while he was locked up, talk to my uncle now.
He's gonna need his religion, that's what he's saying. I can see in his father's face saying, you know what? I know that my son's gonna through a long time, he might never get out. The reality of life. That's what it is to be a gangster. Imagine that. These individuals watch so much TV shows. Thought it was cool. These gangsters was playing around with guns. These gangsters was making fast money. And these individuals thought that's how life was supposed to be. Even though they're just fresh out of slavery. It's a terrible thing. Just to go right back to it. Different condition though. They said slaves, at least they was able to be on the outside. These individuals on the plantation. I mean, I'm just talking, that's it, because I guess Angola was like that. Imagine that, I'm just talking nonsense.
And they like, man, we had the money, the fame, the cars, we had the city on lock, some of the biggest gangsters, and we went to jail and got life. So he like, so what you?
Jail and got life. So Lil Durk knew what jail was, he knew what life was. I mean, sometimes you gotta say to yourself, you know what? Some individuals, you know what, they know what they signed up for. Whatever they signed up for, and the consequence that comes along with it, it is what it is. So maybe Lil Durk is don't want you. I mean, why are you trying to get free? Why is you trying to get bailed or something? I'm trying to figure out. I'm thinking that, you know what, if you're gonna stand on business, stand on business. Meaning, I don't know, I'm just talking nonsense.
Going through, like we've been through.
Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe button, support the channel, donate to the channel. Unbelievable.
He like, so when you call, like call vent to your pops, call vent to your home. Like let's talk, let's have a conversation. He like, I don't want to hear no crying. I don't want to hear no complaining. I don't want to hear no, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do this, I can't do that. He like, because I just showed you I did it.
Lil Durk said his father showed him he did it. Imagine somebody come to you right now, say, you know what, do me a favor. Go spend 26 years locked up in the box. Have to admit, are you gonna give me any saltine crackers and yogurt? If not, maybe not. But if so, I wouldn't think about it. I'm just talking, that's it. Imagine that. Imagine little Durk. He got saltine crackers and yogurt. Where he is right now, he's comfortable. Got blankets and pillows and all that. Imagine that. Got TV. Unbelievable. Maybe he's comfortable.
They trying to criminalize our genres, which is rap music. It's gangster rap music. You dig what I'm saying?
All right. Crazy.
I gotta say this too. One of my biggest regrets out there, man, is taking a Percocet, man. That was like one of my.
Imagine that. Arabs out there. Don't forget, he's sardine now. These individuals are not gangsters. They're sardines now. You can't call these individuals gangsters. They're sardine. They're locked in a box. Arab said when he was out there. He's not out there anymore. He's in the box. He's a sardine. Imagine that. So basically, these individuals watching too much movies, I tell you.
Regrets, man. Fucking with them Percocets when I was.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out why they wasn't watching sci-fi channels. Why didn't they watch, like, Going to the Moon? Why didn't they watch Star Trek? I don't know. Instead of wanting to be a gangster, why did they want to be an astronaut? I could see Arab as an astronaut right now. Imagine that. Imagine Arab landing on the moon. So I made it. Arab on the moon. Arab's on the moon. He's going to say, you know what? I'm setting up shop on the moon. I'll be the first person to set up shop on the moon. From Philly to the moon. I mean, I have to admit that's a little bit better than Arab being locked up for 45 years. I'm just talking, that's it. These individuals watch